All right, you guys. So today we are talking about sundown towns. And within the last year, even maybe 2 or 3 years ago, there's been a lot of talk and videos floating around of people sharing their experiences when they happen to come through these towns during the night. So, what exactly is a sundown town? A sundown town is a community, usually a town or a suburb, that prohibits Black people and other non white individuals from being present after dark. These were places where there would literally be signs that say things like, "Don't let the sun go down on you here." Now, I know it sounds like something out of a movie, right? But this was real and still is disturbingly common. People had to alter their daily lives, their work schedules. So if they got off work at a certain time, they had to make sure that they were out of that area before it got dark. Travel plans. A lot of times people would make sure they packed enough food so that they wouldn't have to stop along the way to get something to eat. Even emergency routes had to be set up for them just to avoid the risk. And from what I've read, it didn't just affect Black Americans, but it also affected Mexican, Chinese, Japanese, and even Jewish families, they said, were targeted in some of these towns. And even when the signs eventually came down, the message was still clear in a lot of these places, and that was, "You don't belong here." So let's take a listen to some experiences of some individuals who shared their stories, and then I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts about all of this.
I get a load going to a particular city in Texas, and I'm like, okay, well, let me head on over here and drop this off. They're going to pay me this much. That's perfect. I like that. It's a quick 200 miles, make it quick. Whatever the amount was, great, cool. I get there, and I look at the exit. I'm like, wait a minute. It took me to exit 861A. For those who don't know, it's a place called Vidor, Texas. Vidor. Vidor. I'm like, uh-oh. I've heard stories. Like pretty much everybody I know in Texas that's Black tells me, do not go to Vidor, Texas. I'm like, okay. Yet here I was in Vidor, Texas. My load didn't deliver until this morning. This is from the perspective of yesterday. Didn't deliver until tomorrow at 8. It was like 5:30. So I get to the place. I'm not giving names of companies or anything like that. But while I'm driving to the place, I see trailer parks. I see a bunch of Confederate flags. I saw a doll of a Black man. It was just a doll wrapped in a Confederate flag hanging from a tree by its neck. That's the type of stuff I saw in Vidor, Texas, which led me to believe that the reputation was fairly earned. I get there, the security guard says, hey, we got a code red. The guy gets on the phone, is like, hey, I can't, I don't want to be responsible for this guy's safety. Let me go ahead and find somebody because we stopped taking loads at 4 o'clock. But I'll get somebody over here from the other side of the plant. Tell them to hang on. So I hang on. I'm doing what I got to do. Finally, somebody comes by about 15 minutes later. The guy said, let me hurry up and get you unloaded. He quickly gets me unloaded. And they said, dude, you might want to get up out of here as soon as possible. We're at sundown. You want to leave here now. Don't stop until you at least get to Beaumont. I was like, okay. He was like, no, seriously. I said, well, what about the police? Why aren't the police there? Police turned a blind eye. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do what you said. He said, yeah, man, I don't want to see you get in any trouble. So I went ahead and I took off, headed to Beaumont. I went to the Petro in Beaumont, slept there, and I had my Armalite Rifle 15 with me. Slept with a couple of extra magazines, but I'm safe, y'all. But that was my night in the sundown.
I'm laughing now because it was just such a learning experience. But I was a teenager and I found myself in a sundown town in Texas, specifically Vidor, Texas, and I was riding with a friend and her family back to Louisiana. Or we were doing some like type of college tour because I wanted to go to LSU, or we both wanted to go to LSU. And her dad or stepdad at the time had pulled over, and mind you, I was asleep. Like we were both asleep in the back, and we were coming from Houston, and we just woke up because we were hungry. We had to go pee. We walk into Whataburger. We did not know we were in Vidor. We walk into Whataburger, and the it was like people just stared, like literally mouth agape, like utensils dropped, burger dropped, like fries dropped, all that. And I remember just getting, you know how they say full body chills, like I had that just looking around, and I was like, this is weird. So I went to go pee, me and my friend, and it was just, the vibe was off. We went up to order, and the people basically did not want to take our order. I remember it was like an old white lady, and it was not a black person, there was no black people, it was us, we were black. They were still staring at us, almost like daring us to, like, I can't believe you are like ordering food here. And they fulfill our order, give us our order, and they kind of just like, here you go. And I was just like, what the fuck, like what is going on? And mind you, I'm like a teenager, so I take the food and we get in the car and we're driving away. And even like the people who are like, it was somebody in the back like spraying the mats in the back, and he is like staring at us like that as we're driving away. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I just woke up and this is crazy. So anyway, I see the sign, it's Viter, and I'm like, oh, like, because my parents had like told me about it before, but I just like did not recognize. And so I called my mom, like I'm not touching the food or anything. I called my mom and I told her what happened, and she was like, where are you? Like, where are you? And I tell her the city, and when I tell you, my mom doesn't cuss, but she was pissed off. And I'm pretty sure she told me not to eat the food because I don't remember eating it.
All right, you guys. So, Vider, Texas, two people with kind of different stories, but along the same lines of you're not welcome here, and or why are you here? But drop down in the comments, you guys. Let me know your thoughts about these sundown towns, and let me know if you've ever had your own experience in a place like this. We know back in, I think in 1930 to 1960, there was the Green Book. So do you think we need to come back with another green book? But drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. And as always, I thank you all for watching and listening, and I'll talk to you in the next video.